What's up, guys? You guys are probably wondering why I'm making another one of these fish tank tour videos, and the answer is because, well, the last fish tank tour video I did, it was stupid. It was supposed to be like a funny video, but it wasn't even funny. It was just fucking retarded. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a new one that's a little more informative, in case, you know, some of you out there are actually looking to start an aquarium of your own and want to know what kind of fish to get. And I'm going to show you my tank, and I'm actually going to go in depth with each fish. And so yeah, enjoy. The first pair of fish that I want to show off are my pair of clown loaches. I've had these two fish for quite a while now, ever since I got rid of the clown knife and the leopard gar, so they've been in the tank for a long time. I used to have 8 of them, but I had a pretty bad breakout of ick, and since clown loaches don't actually have scales, it's pretty hard for them to defend against ick, so I lost all of them except for those two, which is it's pretty sad, but I'm glad that I at least have some of them because they're a lot of fun. Great little fish to have. They'll swim around with all the other rainbows, whatnot. They get along just fine with everyone, and they're pretty active and they're really cute. They're just a fun fish to have. I would recommend them to anyone who has a large enough tank to house them, since they do get massive, but it takes quite a long time. But yeah, that's about it for these fish. On to the next fish. We have one single platy. This unfortunate guy has lost all of his friends in a 10-gallon due to ick, but he's doing just fine now with all the other rainbow fish and the clown loaches, of course. And he is actually quite happy. He keeps trucking along. He does his own thing. And fun little fact about that platy, she actually had, it's a she by the way, she actually had a little baby in the 10-gallon, but I'm afraid the male actually ate her little fry, so that kind of sucks for her. But it's alright. I didn't really want overpopulated 10-gallon with a bunch of platies. So that's about it for this fish. Good little fish. Not too like rare or anything, but it's still a fun fish for beginners or something. Throw them in a little 20-gallon, watch them swim around. They're actually a lot of fun. I do enjoy these fish quite a lot. On to the next fish. On to the first pair of rainbow fish in my tank. These two are Bozeman rainbow fish. A gorgeous fish, absolutely stunning. I have had these fish these are probably the oldest fish in my tank. No, not oldest fish in my tank, but the fish that I've owned the longest. And let me tell you, these are my absolute favorite rainbow fish. Just a great fish to have, very active like most other rainbow fish. And they're really dear to me. They're both males, and they get along pretty well. I mean, sometimes they will flare up at each other, but it's never really anything too serious. They eat plenty. They're starting to get pretty big. I got them when they were about like 2 inches. Now they're like right around 3 inches, and they're just gonna be amazing once they're fully grown. Even though they're not the best quality Bozeman rainbows, I'm still excited for them to become fully grown and fully matured. On to the next fish. We are now on to my young Madagascar rainbow fish. I have 3 of them in this tank, 2 male, 1 female. The males have red-tipped fins versus the females who have clear-tipped fins. And the two, it's not a very good combo, but it's alright, they get along just fine. The 2 males will sometimes go after each other, and you can tell which one is the dominant one. It's the larger male, obviously, and he generally owns the female, but sometimes the non-dominant male will sneak around with the female when the dominant male isn't looking. It's kind of funny to watch them mess around with each other, try to get the female. But these fish are awesome. I'm excited for them to get larger because their scales are going to start becoming more over-exaggerated with color. Going to get that deep dark green and red around the tips of the fins, and they're just a little great fish to have. Just another awesome rainbow fish. Can't complain about them. Love these guys. Next fish. This is the one rainbow fish in my tank that I don't actually know the name of, which is kind of unfortunate. I really wish I did, because I never see these anywhere else in there, and it is a really stunning fish. I am pretty sure that is a female, since it has a rounded body and it's never really aggressive towards the other male rainbow fish. But wow, this fish is just something else. I've never seen anything like this. It is the largest fish in my tank at the moment, and I call it the diamond rainbow fish, or the pearl rainbow fish. I think pearl's a suiting name for it. But wow, it's a great fish. You know, it gets along just fine with all the other rainbow fish, obviously, but I'm really curious. I really want to know what this is. I'm sorry I don't know more about this because if I did, I would definitely tell you, but I unfortunately don't know much about this rainbow fish, other than that is just a brilliant fish to have in my fish tank. I absolutely love this fish. On to the next fish. Next up, we have my emerald rainbow fish. I got this fish along with the pearl rainbow fish, and this fish I actually know the name of. Kind of, I know you don't really see him very often. It kind of looks like an Australian rainbow fish. However, it has the darker green color to it, which is really, really pretty. This fish is probably one of the most aggressive fish in there, at least when it comes to feeding time. It's gets along just fine with all the other species, and never really have any issues with it. It did have a gash in its side at one time, and it has healed over time. However, I'm curious as to what caused it. I think he might have just run into a decoration or something, but this fish is pretty great. You know, he's gotten along with all the other fish just fine. Great rainbow fish, just a little splash of green in the aquarium. Nice little centerpiece almost, even though the pearl is more of a centerpiece, but still, this fish is definitely a good rainbow fish. Definitely like this guy. On to the next fish. This is probably the saddest fish in the whole entire tank. It is my one turquoise rainbow fish, and it is the sole survivor of 3, actually 4. And it's been a rough ride for these guys. They've all died from tumors. I didn't know they can have so many tumors in one species of fish. I think the turquoise is just more susceptible or something, but man, it is unfortunate for these guys. This one has a tumor right underneath its gills, and he's gonna be going real soon here, and I'm pretty sad for him, because they're great fish. They're really, really colorful. This is a male. The other female was the largest, but she's gone, unfortunately. And this fish doesn't have much longer either, and I'm pretty sad for it, but I'm gonna hope that maybe he overcomes it. I highly doubt he will, but still, I'm gonna have to get some more of these guys, but from a better breeder. But love these fish. Gorgeous deep blue color, turquoise, and it's just awesome fish. It's a really pretty fish. I'm so sad he's gonna have to go. Yeah, on to the next fish. Next up are my most recent addition to the tank, my New Guinea rainbow fish, or also red rainbow fish. And I've always wanted some of these, but I've never been able to find them, and I finally found them at the store the other day. These fish have the same body shape as the emerald rainbow fish, but I don't know, there's just something about the male red rainbow fish. They have the dark red, kind of autumn leaf color to their scales, and oof, it's awesome to look at. Absolutely great fish, and they're really active. Obviously, they're my second smallest, next to the Madagascar fish. But man, let me tell you, these guys are great. Just got them, fit along like a glove with all the other fish. They just get along with everyone great. Haven't had any problems with them, and I'm hoping that I can keep them good until they get fully grown, so that their colors really, really start to shine. And these are going to be an awesome fish to the tank, and I'm really excited. On to the next fish. Last but not least, we have my Blaris rainbow fish. These are quite a rare rainbow fish. Don't really see a lot of these in most stores. I was pretty lucky to get my hands on them. I saw them in stock, and I just thought, wow, those are beautiful. Had to get my hands on them. Definitely worth the $50. And they've been doing great ever since I got them. I have 2 males and 2 females. The males have the just salmon looking color to them, and the females have the more greenish tint to them. They both have white bellies, looks kind of pearlish, goes along with the pearl rainbow fish very well. And these fish are just kind of the missing puzzle piece to the tank. They just go along great. They tie everything together. They just put a wrap on it and make it just, voila. Gosh, great fish. And that's gonna do it for this video. See ya.